Welcome to Events Uncovered Academy. I'm your host, Silvia Pellegrini, and joining me today is Terry Brook. Hello, Terry.
Hello there, Sylvia. It's great to be with you today.
Great. So, how can we leverage technology?
Well, you can leverage technology in many different ways. You, first of all, want to decide what it is you're trying to do. Sit down
Right.
and understand. I think as Stephen Covey said it very well, begin with the end in mind. Begin with what do we want to do, and now we look at what needs to be done and then think, okay, what can we do with this little contraption here called technology? What can we do with this thingy here and that little gizmo and this little doodad? Put them together to make things work better. I think one of the most important things today is being able to learn. When you can learn faster, you can do better. And that's where technology can come in as well. One of the ways that we learn today, for instance, as an example, is via video. Now, you can watch video and you can listen to audio. Those are excellent tools for learning. Find a lecture from someone who might be the expert on a particular topic that you really need to know. Let's say you need to learn about deedly weedlies, and deedly weedlies, boy, that's really important. You need to learn that. And you think, wow, I'm going to listen to Dr. Mary Smith. She's an expert on deedly weedlies. And so you listen to it. It's good, but there's a faster way that technology can help you even more, and it enhances the brain. Not everybody knows this. What you can do is get an audio message and bring it down into a common MP3 audio format, or maybe an MP4 video format. Same principle applies. And what you can do is, instead of listening to it at the same pace, listen to it at a faster pace. Your brain will absorb it much faster, and you will remember it longer because you have to focus. You can't do other things. This is not for driving down the road. It's for when you're at home and you're listening and you want to really retain information faster. Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Suppose I am talking to you in a lecture, and I'm talking like this for about 2 hours, going at this pace like that. And some people out there going, yeah, I think I remember hearing that kind of guy. Yeah, somebody that was really slow and boring if I'm going like that. But what if I'm talking to you like this at a faster pace? You can still hear me. I'm not talking like Donald Duck, but you hear me and you notice that my voice is a lot faster. You're going to pay more attention and you're going to listen more attentively, and you will remember more. So you see, by increasing the speed on that, which we can do with technology, you're able to learn more, you're able to retain more, and get a lot more done that way. That's just one way that technology can help us to learn a lot more.
I just need to stop you for a second. I realized my video jumped.
You're coming through fine over here on this side.
Oh, is it? Not sorry, not on. 1 second. Here we go. Sorry. Or either it's yours or mine. It can't be that they go both at the same, go well at the same time.
Well, that's all right. You're coming through just fine.
Okay, great. So you are saying that I should use technology to help me learning. Okay, and you're saying that I should be listening to an audio quicker than usual, because in that way I will be paying more attention and I will be making sure I learn, and whatever I learn, it will stay with me longer.
Yes, that's correct. It's a cognitive scientists talk about this a lot, where they will talk about the way the brain works. Our brain works better under certain circumstances. One of those happens to be when you can listen, where you can still understand what's saying, but you listen at a faster rate. Now, one of the beauties of that is listening with podcasts. Like, for instance, where is it? I'm looking for, oh, here we are, my iPhone. On my iPhone, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and they have the ability to set it at 1x, 1.5x, or 2x. That means 2 times the speed, 1.5 times. You also have a point 0.5, which is good in some cases as well. But being able to use that, you can listen faster and you can retain more. And again, you want to do this when you're listening to it. And usually it's not when you're multitasking. If you're trying to do 4 or 5 things at once, and we know who you are that are doing that, you want to instead pull it down to a speed that works for that person in that context. Now, by the way, I also mentioned the point 0.5. That's where it goes at a much slower pace. That can be good in some circumstances. And Sylvia, you would know about this even more than I do. I understand you don't only speak English, but you also speak Spanish and Italian. Is that correct?
That's right.
Any other
Yes,
languages?
kind of, yes.
Yeah, which other languages?
Well, it's French, and I'm learning Afrikaans.
Wow, mercy. See, you were the kind of kids that ruined the curve for the rest of us in school. You know, you were the ones that did that. Well, I'm working on Spanish right now. I'm trying to learn it because I'm doing more work down in Mexico. And I really just love learning the Spanish language. And here in Orlando, Florida, we have a large Spanish speaking population. And so for me, I want to get out there and I'm having a blast learning this new language. But I find that as I can learn, sometimes I need to take the words and slow them down. Slow the words down so that I hear them, kind of like we readjust, like your video just did, which is okay, because we notice that your video jumps to a smaller form or to a bigger form, and that's all right. It's like people look at that going, what's going on, Herb? What's happening to our video here? Well, it's okay. It does that from time to time, and we just roll with the punches. But I find that when I can adjust the speed in learning languages or hearing something real important, you slow it down. Other times when you're listening to someone that's talking, you can speed it up so you can learn more and learn faster. Remember that in today's world, those who can learn relevant, important information faster and retain it longer and have the ability to recall it when needed are the ones that get ahead. It's not just a matter of relying on Google. You've got to be able to use Google, but you want to remember your names and faces particularly. Because if you meet someone that you've seen before, you see them again, and you're going, hello there. Hold on just a second. Let me do a quick Google search on your picture and look up at who you are because I forget your name. That's not going to go real well. But if you remember, oh, Bob, how are you doing? And Mary and the kids doing well? How did little Johnny's soccer game go the other day? Doing well? Is he doing well? In second grade can really be something, right? And so by remembering key factors, that makes a big difference. It's way beyond just using Google. It's exercising our brain to read faster, to remember more. And by the way, another tool that works really well for that, that's now morphing into the world of technology more and more, is mind mapping. Mind mapping, which was developed by Tony Buzan, is a great tool for getting the big picture of what's going on and designing. I tend to like the hand-drawn, but some of my friends who are really good on that tell me that it's good. One of my buddies, Phil Chambers, is up in the Shrewsbury area, and he is a mind mapping world champion. And he is the number one in the world mind champion. He works closely with Tony Buzan, and he does that now, not only on paper, but he also uses a computer. Another buddy of mine, Michael Tipper, does that a lot up in the Oxford area. He has used that to train a lot of students around the UK, helping them. So mind mapping is another tool that helps you to really tap into the best parts of your brain and make that work. And for me, it's exciting, because we get a chance to learn more, do more. It makes our life better. We know that also it helps in cognitive development and learning. The more you keep your mind active, the better off you'll be as we all get older. Very good thing to do. And so I highly recommend reading, memorizing, mind mapping, whatever you can do to have fun and learn more.
Quick question about mind mapping. How does it work really?
Magic. Nah, just kidding. No, what it does is you get a piece of paper, and like here, you gotta see, here's a little piece of paper like this, and what you do, normally we'd write this way in a more portrait way. Flip it over by this, and what you do is you put a central concept right here. Say, for instance, if you want to do something, and then you start thinking of other areas that relate to that, like here and here and here, and you're having lines that are drawing to them, or shapes. Yeah. You're drawing words in a different way. You're drawing symbols and graphics. And I don't teach this, but my buddy Phil Chambers does, and he talks about how to do it. Tony Buzan developed it and still teaches that to help people. I would encourage everyone watching this, do a Google search on mind mapping, 2 words, mind mapping. You can do it as a one search also, and you'll see it. And you'll see there's a host of different products out there. Pay particular attention to when you see the words mind mapping and Tony Buzan, B-U-Z-A-N, Tony Buzan, and what he has done. Also Phil Chambers. These are 2 people that are just brilliant in this. And if you're going to learn something that is really useful and has been shown over and over to help you learn more, learn faster, retain longer, well, why not go to the best? Go to the best, and you can find what's out there. A lot of it is available free on the internet. And they also offer courses. You can get courses online. You can get them in traditional sit-down, go into a class kind of situations. You can get books on it. If you haven't discovered this, treat yourself to it. Part with a few coins in order to get this. I love the way that Benjamin Franklin said it. He was one of the founders of the American Republic. And he said, take the coins of your purse, empty those coins from your purse into your mind, and your mind will overflow your purse with coins. The idea of investing. One of the smartest investments you can make is in your learning, in education. And let me fine-tune that even more. Not just learning about anything, but learn specifically about market valuable skills. What the market says, hey, we want to know about that, and we're willing to pay you to come and do that for us or show us how to do it, etc. I think today we've got a problem that some people are studying areas that are really nifty and groovy, and it's fun to learn. But if you are the expert in 15th century tsetse flies in Ethiopia, well, good for you, but there's not a real big market demand for that. People aren't going to open up their wallets and give you a lot of money for something about that unless you can take that and twist it into something and mold it and shape it into something that's really useful for them. Make sure you can find information that is relevant to them, that helps them. Now, you might say, well, Terry, what am I going to do? I studied history or something. I love history, by the way. I love that. Or I studied this little esoteric thing. I didn't study business or law or engineering or medicine or whatever, which, by the way, are good subjects to study. You say, I studied this other thing. That's okay. Take what you've got and use it, mold it, bend it to help people. And as you help people and you can solve their problems, teaching them, helping them, doing for them, then you will always do well. There's always going to be a market for a person that can walk into a difficult situation and says, I'll take care of that. I can do that for you. And they do it. They don't just say it. They back it up and they do it. And you get a track record of being the kind of person that says, I'll do that for you. And they know, whoa, you solve problems? Yep, that's what I do. I solve problems. If you can be that kind of a person, you will always have an opportunity for earning money no matter what the conditions are.
So thank you so much, Terry, for joining us today.
Well, Sylvia, great to be with you, and we'll look forward to hearing from you. And by the way, as we're recording this right now, you are recording, I'm recording it. Let's help each other. Let us know how people can get in touch with you, and I'll let people know how they can get in touch with me. How does someone reach you?
Well, they can go to my website, which is www.eventsuncovered.tv.
And spell that for us real clearly.
Yes, EVENTS, uncovered. UNCOVERED.tv. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on LinkedIn. It's pretty easy. For as long as you look for Events Uncovered, I'm there.
Excellent. And I would encourage those of you that are watching that, look into what this lady's got. She's got a host of interviews that are really good. You want to learn? We're talking about learning here. Hey, you want to do it? Here's your chance. And by the way, it doesn't cost you anything, so you have no excuses, okay? Get over there and do it. Get over there to her website, look at that and see what's there, and just start sapping up that. I mean, what are you doing? Watching regular TV? Come on. A sitcom or the news or some sports game? Come on. How's that going to help you? Watch her stuff, and you'll find that it's a lot better, too. And then come over to my site, too. My site is see, you say it www, that's kind of a cool technology way to do it, www.terrybrock.com, and that's Terry, and Brock is spelled the right way, BROCK. So terrybrock.com, and I'm on Facebook, Marketer Terry Brock, and I'm on Twitter with @TerryBrock, and we're all over the place. So just come on over and splash around, jump on in. The water's fine in this wonderful digital technology world that we have today. Have some fun, learn a lot, make money, and we'll make the world a better place.
So thank you so much, Terry. Leave your comments and questions below. Thank you for watching, and take care.